A strong advocate of collaboration and innovation, Mr. MURALIDHAR GARU actively participates in business networking, forums, and serves as a trusted liaison for individuals and organizations, enabling partnerships that create long-term value. His constant support, encouragement, and belief in quality education inspires us to grow with confidence and purpose. May I request our respected Director Sir TELLA to come forward and address the gathering. Let us all give a huge round of applause to our Director Sir.
Good evening, everyone. Respected Chief Guest of the evening, KUMAR sir, dignitaries on the desk, and respected parents and my dear students. It gives me immense pleasure standing here on this momentous occasion of our first annual celebrations of Academic Heights Public School. This year, 2025-26 academic year has been a milestone year for us. We already having Lakshman Play schools in this locality at Nagaram and Rampalli for the past 15 years, moved into formal schooling at the senior secondary CBSE curriculum, Academic Heights Public School. And we always got a lot of support from our parents for the past 15 years, and the same kind of encouragement we got into Academic Heights Public School, which was also received with great support and honor. As our principal ma'am already provided the school report, you are seeing all kinds of infrastructure and also a 360-degree and holistic approach in activities, sports, academics, all that we are trying to provide as promised earlier. And there's one more thing I would like to bring you to light now, is that there are going to be a lot of changes in the academics or in CBSE curriculum itself going forward in the near future with the implementation of National Education Policy 2020. There's going to be a new National Curriculum Framework itself. So we are actively learning new things, and also we are trying to implement all the new things that are going to be part of the National Education Policy NEP 2020. So there is going to be a paradigm shift in the education system itself, that is more of activity-based skill development, learning, and doing away with the rote learning methodology. We always keep in our mind a few words of Maria Montessori. I would like to bring it to you now. Quote, education is a natural process carried out by the child and is not acquired by listening to words, but by experiences in the environment. Unquote. So we always want to provide that kind of environment to our students at AHPS, and we are now here to assure you that we will be taking constant feedback from all our parents and review our systems process and try to develop ourselves, improve ourselves year on year. And I would also like to once again say a few words about our chief guest of the evening, Sir Shri KUMAR. Sir, my association with you has been from past 4 years. So it's been a great learning for me, sir. So every interaction with you is a great learning, and I know that you have been a wonderful civil servant, and you also provided a lot of services in the area of agriculture to the farmers in your capacity as a civil servant. And I know about your commitment to the society and your vision for the youth of India and your ideology. It all inspires us to learn new things and move ahead. As always, I'm very eager to listen to the words of wisdom by you, sir. So, dear parents, let's enjoy the rest of the evening and listen to KUMAR sir also. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So one more time, I request everyone to please give a big round of applause to our director, sir, Shri TELLA MURALIDHAR GARU. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And now I request Srika ma'am to come forward for our beloved chief guest profile.
Very good evening to one and all. Good evening, sir. Here we have our esteemed chief guest, Shri KUMAR GARU. He is a distinguished retired Indian Administrative Service officer, known for his work in Meghalaya, particularly in agriculture, for his role as a trainer, speaker, and mentor for civil services aspirants, often focusing on ethics and personality development, having served as chairman of the Meghalaya State Farmers Commission and additional chief secretary. He is recognized for his practical insights, organic farming, advocacy, and training methods like participatory rural appraisal (PRA). He holds a Master of Public Administration in Public Service Ethics from Harvard University. He is also an organic farmer, columnist, and a passionate champion of social causes with over 40 years of experience in rural development and governance. He is a strong advocate for rural youth. He has led several key skill development initiatives and received the G5 Exceptional Contribution Award in 2017. He also serves on the board of Bundada Group as a chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and as a member of the Audit and CSR Committees. May I now request our honorable chief guest to address the gathering. Welcome, sir. And I request all the parents to be quiet and all the children to be in your places. Thank you.
Good evening to all of you. At the outset, I feel privileged to have been invited for this annual day function of the school AHPs. And I happen to know Muralidhar for quite some time. And I feel that he and his brothers are doing wonderful work in institutionalizing education in our state as well as in our city. But whatever I might be saying about them, but the real hero for the day is their father, Lakshmi. I want to express my gratitude to him for producing two wonderful children who have built up this institution. And it's not very easy these days to establish organizations like this. I'm so very proud of them that they have achieved a lot in such a short period of time. And the principal, Dr. K.R., everyone, and the vice principal, Srimati Asha Rani, along with the faculty, wonderful team. I could see they're all dressed very well. My compliments to all of you. And every step, they are giving their heart out for this school. I could see that because the performances of that kind cannot be achieved without serious faculty support. A lot of support has been given by this faculty, and I know that some of these performances are very captivating, electrifying, if I might say, and they have really captured our attention. So this kind of a captivation cannot come unless somebody has really given their heart for this kind of events. So thank you very much. That was a wonderful, extraordinary work that you have done. And much of what I'm going to say is not going to make any sense to the children. Children are busy in their own world, and they should be busy like that. So this is not an occasion for very long or boring kind of speeches. So I will limit myself to only two categories of people here. One, the parents, who are the most important people here, and two, the faculty, the teachers, who are really contributing. And to both of them, I have something to say. In fact, annual day is not just a function. It is a subtle reminder that a school's mission is not just academics. Academics is a part of the story. In fact, George Bernard Shaw had said, "My education has been continuous all through my life, but for those small breaks in the schools and the colleges." I hope you understand what I'm saying. My education has been continuous. Education is a lifetime thing. It's not going to be punctuated by the presence of just the school or the college. These are just creating ecosystems, the platforms for the children to grow. So I want that, unfortunately now, we have reduced our schools. Our education system itself has come down to such a level that we have become like assembly line manufacturing products. These factories are producing identical children, irrespective of what their natural talents are. So that's why in our country, nowhere in the world, children do rote learning as much as they do in our country. Telugu antaru kada batti pattanam. Batti pattanam anna oka maata mana Telugu rashtralu inke ekku. But generally in our country, ee batti pattanam anadi oka only relying on the memory rather than developing the analytical faculties. Now that's a serious problem. But as Muralidhar had said, after the new education policy, many things are going to change. And I think we all should welcome the changes that are being brought about by our government of India through this education as a handle for the growth of the child. So this is one point. Then, now I'm going to speak to the parents directly. Parents, please listen to me. This excessive, obsessive craving for engineering education has to go. I want you to understand this. Engineering has become a default degree in our country, especially so in the Telugu-speaking states. Now that's not a good thing at all, because already, I do not know how many of you are aware, every year we are producing 2 million engineers in our country. That is, 20 lakh engineers are coming out every year. And there are engineers in our country, I know personally, who are willing to work as chowkidars, which is a very sad reality. Now, there are engineers who get less pay than a person who tends my cattle. For the person who is tending my cattle in my farm, I give 20,000 rupees. But there are engineers who are willing to work for 8,500 to 10,000 rupees. Now that's a sad reality of our country. I don't think this excessive craving for engineering is a good idea. I'm addressing this to the parents. Please listen to me. Don't push your children only to become engineers. But that said, I'm not saying that pursuing engineering per se is a bad idea. I'm not saying that. It is good. But producing so many engineers is not really in the interest of our country. So there are people who can become great teachers. They should become great lawyers, great doctors, great caregivers. But somehow we are all streaming all our children to this mad approach to engineering. I think it has to go. Now, somewhere I think parents will have to start thinking about this. Now, that engineering has become a default degree and that is hurting our country. And that's not good idea. Now, I want to once again I'm talking to the parents only, the second part, which is actually a corollary to what I have said at first. There is a professor by the name Howard Gardner. Howard Gardner is a professor of education at Harvard University, and I happened to be his student for a while. He came up with the theory of multiple intelligence. I want you to understand this. If a student does very well in mathematics, all the teachers will praise him, all the parents will be very proud of him. But is mathematics the only discipline where a child has to excel? And simply because somebody excels in mathematics, does he become more intelligent than a person who doesn't do so very well in mathematics? This is some kind of a wrong approach that we are taking. In fact, this is where the theory of multiple intelligence comes from. That means every child who is brought into this world by nature comes up with his own endowment. We call that as his own faculties of growth. But because of our education system and our own shortage of thinking, what we do, we keep on fitting them into what is considered as functionally more relevant and more productive. This is typical middle class dream. Do engineering, if possible, do an MBA degree, go abroad, start making money, start earning dollars. This dollar dream is what is killing the education system in our country. Stop craving for these dollars. Our country is a great country and we have enormous opportunities. We are already a superpower. We have so many opportunities that are coming up. In fact, for your information, let me say this. There is a ministry which keeps tracking the startups. In the last decade, that is in the last 10 years, 2 million startups have come up in the country. 2 million, that is 20 lakh startups have come up in the country. Now that has happened only because of the shift in the policy system where the government is openly supporting children from, instead of becoming job seekers, they are providing jobs. They are actually job providers. A school must prepare our children to become job providers, not job seekers. I think our country has already graduated to that level where we will stop worrying about taking a job. Instead of that, we will start worrying about how can I give a job. You know, that's the kind of institutionalization and entrepreneurship our country requires today. So this is what I would like to tell the parents. Now I have something to tell the teachers. A boy who doesn't do very well in maths may be very good in music, may be very good in sports, may be very good in dance, may be very good in so many things. Simply because he doesn't do well in mathematics please don't disown him. Please encourage him. Find out what is the natural talent of that particular boy or girl and stream them in that particular direction. There are people, so that is one of the components of what Gardner had said, the theory of multiple intelligences. In that he says, there are linguistics, I'll just read out. There are so many types of intelligence. 142 types of intelligences are there. Now, one of them is linguistic, second is logical, third is spatial, fourth is musical, fifth is interpersonal, sixth is naturalistic. There are, in fact, I will urge all the teachers to download whatever information is available on the web about Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence. I think, if possible, we must organize a small seminar. If possible, I think maybe you should think about it. Make just 2 hours of session to the team where we will talk about this theory of multiple intelligences. Then you will understand exactly what I am trying to say. Now this is something. See, a restless child may have great bodily intelligence, that is called bodily intelligence. He may be very good for sports, may be very good for dance, may be good for theater. A quiet child, somebody who doesn't speak much, who is always silent in the class, he may have very deep intelligence. And that is for reflection, self-control, self-management, and leadership. Quiet people also have to be encouraged. Loud people generally take a lot of attention. So you also tend to give a lot of attention to loud things. That's not your fault. All of us are like that. Whole society is made toward that way. So I want that we should also look at these possibilities. Children, please think that this school is like a nursery, a plant nursery. Because I'm a student of agriculture, I keep on coming back to agriculture. In a nursery, there are different plants. Each plant takes its own time to grow. Each plant has its own kind of flowering. Each plant has its own fragrance. Each plant gives different kind of fruit. Why can't we think that our school is like that? It's a nursery. It is not a prison where children have to be forcibly learn mathematics. I don't see any reason as to why. When the child is not prepared. Nature has not brought that child into this world with the intent to make him study mathematics. But why are we forcing them? We don't have to. Khalil Gibran, some of you must have heard about him, the Lebanese philosopher, a Lebanese writer. I rate him as one of the first geniuses of this world. He says something to the parents. He also explains. The book is called The Prophet, P-R-O-P-H-E-T, Prophet. In that he says something very interesting. Because you bring a child into this world, you don't own the child. Parents, I am addressing this to you. You bring a child into this world, you have only fulfilled the purpose of the nature. You are just a conduit through whom the child has happened. But you don't own his future. So most of us have unfinished ambitions. So we want that our children must fulfill those ambitions. That's not right. That's wrong. All of us have. I wanted to become a doctor. My child has to become a doctor, but I did not become a doctor. Now this is all nonsense, completely useless kind of logical failure. So I put it this way. There are 2 books the parents must read. One, The Theory of Multiple Intelligences by Howard Gardner. Second, The Prophet by Khalil Gibran. Khalil Gibran is a Lebanese Sufi mystic and a phenomenal
person with remarkable intelligence. These are the two people, these are the two books which have become actually Bible for me. And I keep reading these several times in order to change my own perspectives. I was also Principal Secretary Education at some point of time. I was removed within 1 month. And at that time, I was removed because, we all get removed just like that. So, that 1 month I was sharing it with Muralidhar. Every day I was in the court answering the content cases. So public education system in our country has failed. However, the private space organizations like yours are making a great impact on our education system. So I'm proud of you, whatever work that we have done. Muralidhar, Sridhar Garu, and your great father, Lakshmi Garu, and the principal and the vice principal, Asha Rani. So you're all doing phenomenal work. I'm very happy that today seems to be a very important day in my life also. That I've gotten to know so many people who are doing wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your valuable words. Definitely, we're going to follow all the words you mentioned before. And now I request all the dignitaries to come forward and facilitate our beloved chief guest. So, Marokasari, Academic Heights Public School, हमारे आखिरी माननीय शिक्षक विशेष श्री KN Kumar KS गारकी स्वागतम and thank you so much sir. We were kindly marked and she actually which is the book. So one more time I request everyone to please give our beloved chief a huge round of applause. To have your beloved seats and enjoy the program. Thank you so much.